It's so fucking funny. So, I want to talk a little bit about process. You know, you guys met in college. Obviously, you began making music together in college. So, while you studying, trying not to get kicked out of school, clearly y'all in the woodshed making music. What was your process at that time, and how did your process change from there leading up to the first album?
It was like 3 years of like, or 2 years of like trial and error. Like we would get together and do songs. Like we released a song we did called Paper Lines on Too Dope, and we did that song actually in 1990. That was one of the first beats I ever made. Like if I put the first 20 beats I ever made, Paper Lines was one of them. And that was a record we did. We did another record called Too Late, which was old. He did some records with another producer in the Justice League by the name of Eccentric. Was it Stormy? All
Apologies. Like, I think they got leaked as the Tigolo EP, so like if you
right.
find that out, like that's what that is. All this shit is like 12 years old.
He did a comedy album called Story of Us. Me and Pooh did a record called The Morning Observer. Morning Observer. And we still hadn't become a group yet. And this, you know, it's 99, 2000, 2001. We still hadn't. And I think 3 months before we became Little Brother, Big Pooh approached him about them two being in a group, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not really feeling the group thing." And this was 3 or 4 months before, because they did a song called The Love Joint. Yep. And that's why on the album we had The Love Joint Revisited, because we were good for doing that. We were good. Groupies too. There's a groupie part 1. Right? So we were good for doing that, and that's where the process. It was just trial and error, trying to get the sound right, trying to get the sound.
Cut joints in the right. Dorm room. You go into the actual studio at the time.
My man Leroy's room.
Jack leg as hell.
It was jack leg. Like it would be. I remember when we cut. When we did A Way You Do It, the Yo-Yo, and Home in the same day. Off the first. Anybody got to listening to the first album? Yeah. Off the first album, we did The Way You Do It, the Home, and the Yo-Yo in the same day. But we did it in a room. It was a bare room, and it was like 10 niggas was lying around the wall. And we was like, yeah, man, yeah, we gonna go out there. All right, shh. And we start recording. And we recorded on a compact Rosario.
Wow.
And on Kool-Aid. And I would be sitting here, and the mic stand would be right here, and Phonte be standing right here. And that's how we recorded the listening. And we recorded the Yo-Yo first.
It was Yo-Yo first.
And then we recorded the way you do it.
Then we went to the battle.
And he won a rap battle and came back and sang Home. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was that type of environment. It was that type of creative thing. Like, we didn't have big studios that was foreign to us. None of that, man. This is what we got, this is what we're working with. And that's how you know. And I went from Kool-Aid to Hammer to Beatbox. Finally, the Fruity Loops in 2000.
Yeah.
When Eccentric said, "I want you to try something out." And I just was rocking with it.
And speaking